why I decided to edit on Wikipedia and not IMDB. Today is Saturday, 10 January 2026, and here I, Tanis Coralee of Seattle, reflect on 10 January 2026 on why I decided to edit on Wikipedia, started in January 2020, and not IMDB, which is an internet movie database. So growing up, both of these were around, so I was born approximately 1993, so they came out, not when I was born kind of thing, but they were, I'd say, in terms of when they came out, it doesn't matter so much as like maybe like when I encountered them / started using them, and that would be the early 2000s, like as a decade. And I'd say Internet Movie Database has kind of always been my go-to for movies and television and that kind of thing, and it is editable, kind of like Wikipedia is. And did my Jacob Elordi enter this picture in the 2010s decade? And so it was I'll throw that one out there. It's not random. There was thought that went into it. I was like, I don't know. If I did editing, I guess it worked. Like, I didn't really use Wikipedia, very frequently. I did, however, use the Internet Movie Database relatively frequently and kind of like consistently, and I still do. And I don't really use Wikipedia currently. There's been a little bit, in terms of usage, Internet Movie Database is the one I've used more. However, my editing history is with Wikipedia. And that was more of, do I have stuff that I can contribute to? And some of the communities on Wikipedia are like very heavily edited. And some are rather sparse in terms of like amount of information covered, or there's like room for like, I might be able to add some stuff, that kind of thing. And so I think Wikipedia was kind of a natural fit in terms of like, there's communities or areas where I could contribute. Versus with Internet Movie Database, I was like, to me, it looks okay. Like, okay, in terms of like, it's Internet Movie Database, and it does that. Like, I don't, where it would come in terms of editing, in terms of like, kind of the 2010s decade was the big one. And in terms of like deciding on which one to kind of go for. And so I decided on Wikipedia, and there was Jacob Elordi. I think, what did I see? I saw him in some movie trailer for, I think it was like The Kissing Booth, which is a 2018 film. And I remember being like, would I say yes to the guy? If I edited the Internet Movie Database, would I say yes to the guy? Or like, if let's say I became Tanis Elordi, would I then feel more inclined to contribute to Internet Movie Database because I married somebody in the movies, like in the film industry? And I was like, one is so different. So I was working in like aquatics and science and stuff, and that one was like, I was like, that one's so far outside of my area of what I do that I genuinely don't know if like marrying somebody in the film industry would make me more inclined. And marrying them and taking their name. I don't know. And like, genuinely. And yeah. And then I was like, also, I don't know if that would be a conflict of interest, right? Like, if I married somebody in the film industry and then edited on something for like the film industry, would that be a conflict of interest? I just keep going with Wikipedia. There's like areas I could see I could contribute to. So that's what I ended up doing. But that was a little bit of why was it more heavily usage in the like random but not so random Jacob Elordi angle of like, but what if I married the guy and became an Elordi? Like, wouldn't that be a conflict of interest? So there we go. That's why I decided to edit on Wikipedia and not IMDb.